12 gold and 5 silver each, and I didn't add that.
Hello, everyone. Tommy decided to be late today.
Hi,
We're like
stream.
literally half an hour late, thanks to
Nice.
uh, we were
We could've
just
started
working
earlier,
things
you
out
know.
at the last minute.
Could we, Tommy?
Could we?
Yeah, I could have played while on my phone.
Yeah,
It would've been
I think
fine.
stream should
Oh,
know
come
the
on.
reason Tommy was late. Because Tommy decided, right as we're about to start, as we fucking
Tommy?
start the group call, he's hungry and he's going to McDonald's at that
no,
exact
no, no, no,
second.
no. You should have had him stand up in front of the whole stream and just be like,
To-
Tommy, would you
to-
like to explain to the stream while we're late?
To be fair, 3 minutes before this whole thing started, like the call started, I went to told Percy and Ravel, I'm gonna go get food. I'm gonna go get Macca's.
He
I mean,
had
the real question
literally
is,
all
did you
day.
bring enough for everyone?
Rude, all of you.
You're the one who
Can't
literally
believe-
has a
can't believe
commitment
you
and
would do this
decides
to
I'm
me."
gonna be half an hour late. Or like 25
Can't believe you would
minutes.
do this to me.
Really, really, out of all of our past experiences, what made you think we wouldn't do this?
Well-
If you're gonna make us all late, we're gonna call you out for fucking stream.
Yeah.
Okay, at least
get
this time I
cancelled.
didn't talk about chocolate again, okay?
Well, now
Chocolate
we
is
are.
better than you. I mean, I wish
No.
we were talking about chocolate.
Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons, where I am once again joined by these people and Tommy. We've got Vi Valkyrie,
I deserve that.
Bye.
TK Lady _
Hello, hello.
Ravel VT,
Hi.
and the very late Tommy Got Games.
I am not late, I arrive when I mean to, okay?
Not when we agreed, though.
Tommy arrives precisely when he means to.
Exactly
Exactly.
25 minutes late to the session.
Precision.
I was in the call before.
Uh-huh, but you weren't here. You weren't available to play.
I don't know, joining the call just so that you can say, I've got to go to McDonald's, bye-bye. I don't think that really qualifies.
No.
No, it does.
Anyway, last we left off.
Again.
What did you
I
say?
say hi in chat again.
Okay. Last we left off, you guys arrived at Pale Hill, where you said goodbye to Finley for now. He's still hanging around the sort of market area for a couple days, but you've parted ways for the most part. Zulil, you took a bandit dude along with you, and you guys stopped at a tavern and had dinner with this dude before you went off on your own to hand him in, where you were told, I've once again got the same playlist, and it's like awkwardly in the middle where it distracts me. There you go. You're told about a new job you could do for the guard to help pay off your debt. A certain Blackhand Briar, and you're given an address to where he at least used to live, but doesn't seem to anymore. And he was useful for luring out some bigger players, but unfortunately seems to have caught wind of that and dropped off the radar. So the guard wants you to bring them in. The rest of you went up to you went around the market first and had a little bit of drama around a certain horse statue, which did manage to get, at least for the most part, resolved with the kind gesture of giving Faith a necklace. You guys then went up to the temple, where Tori, you looked at a couple gods. It was, I believe, Lund and Vetter, the god of knowledge and the god of winter. You
Yep.
took a particular shine to Vetter and decided to ask one of the clergy about them, finding out that there is one of a group of paladins or other sort of holy warriors by the name of the Knights of Vetter. There's one member of them in the city who lives in a mansion in the sort of upper part of the hill in this town. Clue, you had a look at Hela, the goddess of the afterlife and spirits and mortality, while Faith, you prayed to your patron, Sune. Zulil went on to check a couple marketplaces to try and set up a trade route for the Leviathan crystals you guys were given for solving the business in the Leviathan cave. Unfortunately, without much success. It seems like, at least in Pale Hill, anyone who needs these already got them from the traders, which you knew were passing through the Leviathan cave, and most people here don't seem to need them. Then you all sort of met up again at the tavern, and that's where we left off.
After I got a hug from Vi. Faith.
Yeah.
No,
As did Clue.
that's important.
Yeah, but Clue always gets hugs. Let's say.
Since
That's not true.
it's getting pretty late at this point, you, I believe, when we're going to bed at the end of last session.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So, unless there's anything you wanted to do on the night before that you didn't think of last time, we can roll forward to the next morning.
Next morning.
Nothing for me. Yeah.
Okay.
I already did the thing. I thought.
You thought you just
She
stared
stood at the
bug-eyed
window
out of a
and went,
window. So, you all get rest in your rooms. Tommy in your room, a little bit off, away from the other two rooms. It's a comfortable night's sleep. The beds are unfamiliar, so for some of you it's maybe not as easy rest as if you're sleeping in your own home. For one of you, Clue, you don't even need to sleep apparently, as we learned last time. But regardless, it's comfortable enough. This is a nice inn. It's well taken care of, fairly clean, and fairly comfortable. The morning comes by, and the first rays of sunlight start shining through the window directly onto your face, waking you up. Sort of like a built-in alarm clock, almost. It is just perfectly
Yeah.
positioned to shine right on you in the morning.
Eh.
Especially me because I'm still looking out the window.
You just stood there all night.
Now you're staring at the sun.
I mean, to be fair, there are many, many creepier ways that could have gone.
Could have just stood there staring at Faith all night.
Shiny.
Or started shooting the
Shiny.
horn.
Blow the horn.
Oh no.
But the day is yours. Do with it what you will.
Well, I assume we all go down and get some breakfast in the tavern first.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That
Good morning,
makes-
Van.
Morning.
What's with the accent?
I don't know. It was just there.
You're from
Words
Cornwall
happened and
now,
some of them-
apparently.
Some of them had a Cornish accent. I don't know.
On.
No, not corn. God damn it. No. Cornish. It's close to corn, but not quite. It's like adjacent to corn.
But I like corn.
Yeah. We know.
Anyway.
I did forget one important thing, actually, while I was doing our introduction. While at the temple, you guys met a certain mothfolk girl by the name of Lucy.
We did.
Who
Lucy.
Let's go.
told you that she keeps the ruins of the old temple at the top of the hill. Just since I forgot to mention that.
Well, speaking of the top of the hill, I would like to go to the top of the hill today.
I have no problem with that. I assume we would all like to go and see the old temple with Lucy. I'm also curious to see whether any of the temples can help Clue restore her memory. But I think we need to be very careful about who we ask, because obviously many faiths would see her as an abomination.
Yes, you have
And-
to be careful today, Clue.
If I
Masters.
remember correctly, Zulil said he wanted to borrow me for a bit, which is quite ominous. Yeah. Although Zulil
Will?
seems to
Just
have fallen
gone.
asleep.
Yeah, sorry. I was. Do you want to hear me
Let's
say or
slow
not?
down.
right? No, you left to buy more Mac.
No, I
Shit.
want
It's like
Forgot the whole
stream
apple
starting. Perfect timing.
Yeah, about that might have changed a bit.
Okay.
I was talking to the guard captain yesterday, and he gave me a new mission, I suppose you could call it, a quest, if you will. I'm supposed to find someone called the Black Hand Briar, and he gave me an address that I'm supposed to check out, sort of his last whereabouts. If you guys would like to join me and help me with that, I'd appreciate it.
I mean, you helped us in the cavern, so it seems fair enough.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I'm
got
fine with
shot
that.
at the cavern.
Well, that was because you weren't hiding behind me like everyone else.
Yes, I was behind a crystal that exploded.
I mean, if you're gonna learn the explode, you may as well do it the hard way, right?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'd appreciate if we could do that either today or tomorrow. Sorry.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I don't. See
Well,
any
we could
problem
start
with that.
looking at the top of the hill.
I'm
It-
going to assume that you have. You mean you did say you had an address, yes?
Yeah, I do have an address of their home, like their last whereabouts, essentially. And after that, they kind of went dark. So we'd have to figure everything out from there.
Do you know
Um,
why the authorities are after them?
As far as I'm aware, they used to shadow him to catch bigger fish, and they caught wind of that, so they disappeared. And now the authorities are trying to get him. I didn't ask much more. It's a mission, and I'm in debt, so I don't really have an option to decline, do I?
I don't know. I don't know the nature of your debt. I assume no.
Yeah, I cannot.
Okay. Okay. So I assume we would like to go to the temple first, and then help Zilil with his.
We can go
Mission.
to the temple first. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's south side of town. Is that like the same sort of area? Cherry.
Yeah, so it was basically the temple, the sort of ruins of the old temple, and the supposed Knight of Vether are all on the south side of town, which is up the on the west side of town, which is up the hill. The south side of town was like lower down in sort of the banks beneath the hill and was kind of the shit part of town.
Okay. So yeah, we go to the temple first. And we can search for the Black Hand Briar, or if
I also need to do something on top of the hill.
okay, then we do those two things first, and after that we can search for the Black Hand Briar or the BHB.
The BHP.
The big hungry bear.
HB.
Okay. You're giving your quarry pet names? Okay, fine.
It's no, I'm not giving the.
You
pet
can't
name.
keep this one, you know that, right?
God
It's a
damn it!
booty.
I would
Neither
like to
can you,
defend this
Chloe.
one. No, I'm Black and Briar is a bit of a mouthful, so I'm shortening it to BHB.
I mean, I was just gonna call him Brian, but okay.
You gotta address him by the full title. You gotta show some respect to the criminals, at least.
Okay, Arcane Trickster Rogue Zilil.
I have class. Professionals have standards, okay?
I wouldn't know. I've never met one. Shall we move to the temple.
Let's get a move on. I think that's. A
Should
good
we
idea.
should we not get breakfast first, or are we just...
We can eat breakfast along the
I
way, shall
imagine
we?
you guys were having breakfast while you had this
Yeah, that's-
discussion.
Okay, yeah,
That's
I
that-
mean,
that's
we know
fair.
you just went out for food, Zalil. Do you really need to go out for food again?
A midnight snack never hurt anyone.
I'll remind you of that if I find you joking. Let's head for the temple.
That's,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys trek up to the west side of town, heading up the hill. Were you going to the main temple, or were you going to see Lucy at the ruined temple?
I think we're gonna go see Lucy.
Okay, so essentially the temple that you went to before is sort of about halfway up the hill, and it stands on its own in a little bit of a field with a little bit of distance between other buildings. But if you head like further up the hill towards near the top, that's where you can sort of find the ruined one. It's a little bit... You could just go from behind the main temple and up, but there is a path sort of winding around that can take you up there as well. It's not incredibly steep. It is a hill, not a mountain, so... And,
Can I roll to get there quicker if I know a hidden road?
You want
Just
to
really
use a
stupidly.
shortcut?
Yes.
I'll say
Like,
roll,
roll if I
roll
know-
history to see if you know a shortcut.
What the fuck?
What's my history? 19.
Yeah, you've fucked around this town. You've messed around with some of the nobles. You know how to get up the hill. You do just kind of take them trudging up the side of the hill rather than all the way up this winding path, but it does take you there a bit faster.
That's all I wanted.
We poignantly ignore the keep off the grass sign.
But so you guys, as you reach the top of this hill, you start seeing like cresting over it, just like the first bits of like stonework sticking up out of the ground, and as you get closer, you see this is sort of like clearly used to be a pretty big temple, bordering on like an abbey or maybe a small cathedral, but is now very much in ruins. A lot of it, you can see like where the roof's caved in, certain bits of the walls have come down. You can see like pillars that are still somewhat standing, as well as some of that like toppled over. It is mostly like well kept, like not graffitied or litter around, but it looks kind of charred in places, kind of burned. And as you get closer and head more into these sort of ruins, you head through like a big archway going overhead. So one of my hands not working. There we go. And sort of looking around a little, you notice a somewhat slumped over shape, draped in black cloth, over on a piece of stone, just kind of laid there.
I guess I'll
Like-
go over and see what this slumped over
Check,
shape
check.
is.
Yeah.
Checked.
Hello?
The shape starts moving a little and ruffling, and then next thing you know, you see a rather fuzzy with sort of like her fur sticking out a little where it's like been
It's
pressed against the
Lucy.
stone. It is Lucy. She seems to
Lucy.
have been sleeping on this piece of stone.
Oh no, did we wake Lucy up?
You do seem to have woken her up. She sort
Oh,
of
I'm so
yawns
sorry.
and stretches and is like, "Oh, I'm sorry. Hello. It's nice to see you again."
You're sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to wake you up.
Hi, Muff.
No, it's okay. It's just quite early. And she sort of like brushes herself off, sort of, you know, her like fuzz that's all pressed down. She starts like floofing it back out and stuff, you know.
She's so pretty.
Tidies herself up.
Oh,
Muff.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Hello. It's
Hi.
nice to see you again.
I mean, you gave us that wonderful invitation. Of course we were going to come.
Of course. Like I said before, I'd be happy to show you around.
I mean, I look forward to it. Please, whenever you're ready, I'd love to see the tour. It certainly is a sight of rare beauty.
She sort of picks up a water bottle and then takes a little bit of water. And she's like, okay, I mean, no time to waste, I guess. So if you come with me, and she takes you back towards like the archway where you first came in. This whole temple was sort of the first temple built here, the first thing built in this entire town. In fact, the whole town was built around it, as people wanted a place to be closer to their worship. They started building their houses, and naturally things like taverns and stores followed after. Before that, people would come for pilgrimages from the nearby villages and towns to visit here. And this whole temple was once dedicated to the goddess, the goddess of duality, of death, the moon, night, and femininity. And she sort of like tours you through it as she speaks.
Would that be why there was
around.
no shrine to her in the main temple down below?
Well, that would be for a couple of reasons. See, when the goddess died some 1,000 years ago, the worship of her started to fade, and sooner or later people started getting quite angry at the remaining worshippers. There was something of a fight between two, well, not necessarily a physical fight, but growing discontent and vandalism and a number of other aggressive actions between those who worshipped the goddess and those who thought that it was foolish to worship a goddess who was dead. And so that's how this temple actually came to be this way. It was burned down several hundred years ago. Well, about, I'd say 300. It's been looked after for posterity's sake and as a tourist destination, but unfortunately, well, the city doesn't much care for it these days. So I do the best I can, keep it in good shape and follow on the tradition.
Well, it looks like you're doing a wonderful job.
It's not easy, but I try my best. Stone tends to erode over hundreds of years, and preserving a ruin is not the easiest thing. It's not helped by the amount of children and teenagers who come here thinking they can hang out and maybe mess around here.
I mean, if you don't think it's rude of me, how long have you been maintaining this site?
Oh, not incredibly long. Something around like 10 years, but well, there was previous generations before me. I kind of took up the mantle after them.
I have questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Where do gods go when die?
Well, that's a difficult question. It depends on what kind of god. You see, there's sort of different tiers of god, I suppose you would call them. The two gods, the twin gods of duality, are near the top, and then beneath them you have the major gods, and beneath them the minor gods. Each one has differences, where the minor gods can be killed and resurrect, although not by mortal means. They sort of reincarnate as a new version of that god, while the major gods are harder to kill but stay dead. With the gods of duality, the god and goddess, well, when the goddess died, she was shattered into thousands of pieces, and those pieces are believed to have found their way into mortal beings, turning them into some sort of demigods, known as the Shattered. And at least it's my belief, and the belief of some others, that one day these pieces will come back together and reform the goddess. Hopefully. I'd like to believe so, anyway. I don't believe she's gone for good.
'Cause Mom said that when people die, they go with the stars.
Well, that's a nice thought. I know, when mortals die, Hela takes them to the afterlife and cares for them. I'm not sure if such a thing exists for gods, but I guess that's beyond our knowledge, and maybe even beyond theirs. Maybe even they don't know where they go when they die.
I look at my own hands. Uh, I have another question.
Of course. What is it?
Can moth fly?
Are you asking if I can fly?
Yes.
Not really. My wings aren't that big compared to my body. I can glide, but not really fly.
Could be nice if you fly.
Maybe one day. She sort of like flexes her wings out as she's saying this and just stretches them a little. They're fuzzy. Just like most of the rest of her. Did any of you have any other questions?
Not so much about the temple, but the talk about death and what happens as reminded me of something. In that our little friend here, we call her Clue. She went through something pretty horrible and has lost her memory. And I'm wondering if you know of anyone that may be able to help her reclaim some of those memories.
Lost her memory? And she sort of like kneels down and looks at you, Clue. And she gently sort of like touches your face under your chin, sort of looks to either side of your face and whatnot.
I mean, as she kneels down to touch Clue, Faith's hand automatically strays to her sword.
Oh.
She's not going to draw it, it's just that she's on edge.
Lucy is a little focused on Clue and doesn't seem to notice you sort of making a move for your sword.
I look at her in the eyes without blinking again.
I think there's more to this story. She's not just lost her memory, has she?
No, but I'm very guarded about who I tell what I do know to. Obviously, some would see her as an abomination. Something raised her, and I intend to find out what.
She sort of takes a breath as if she's about to speak, then pauses, and then says, I think, as a follower of the goddess, it's hard not to be conflicted. The goddess spent much of her time trying to prevent undeath, but in the end, she was the one who brought it about. And I think that was, at least to her greatest failing. But I also think that we have to accept what the goddess gave us, and I think that she wouldn't want us to seek to harm those brought about by her mistake. I'm not sure why her memory's gone or how to get it back. But if you're looking into her condition, maybe the goddess holds answers.
But
I hope you're
can't
right.
talk with God.
Sorry, what did you say, Ravel? Or Clue?
Can't talk with gods.
Well, it's a difficult thing to do, especially since the goddess herself isn't really around anymore. Most would pray to a god, but with her not being alive, we can't really do that. there are some people who would know about her. People like myself, maybe some others who've studied her. Others may know more than I do, especially in regards to sort of the magical aspect of this.
I mean, anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. There is obviously a bigger threat out there, someone that was able to do this to her, but not able to control her. And that is the kind of threat that I need to take care of.
That does sound concerning. I hope
It is.
that people here in town are safe. But beyond that, do you have any idea who could have done this?
I have no idea. I found her wandering aimlessly. But I sense no malice in her, so I stayed my hand. And since then, I've been trying to find who did this to her, but she's the only clue that I have. So I'm trying to find out more.
I'm afraid I don't have much I can do to help with this, but I have something I can give you. And she sort of takes a necklace off from around her neck. It is a symbol of a crescent moon with an arrow shooting through it. And she puts it around your neck, Clue. It's not much, but I hope it can offer you some protection. And maybe some favor from the goddess. She may be gone, but I don't believe her power has left this world. I hope she can protect you.
I have one like shiny person.
Faith pulls out the necklace that Clue gave her and kneels down next to Clue so that they can compare the two.
You will have to like kneel down.
Yeah, yeah. I'll get you a ladder, one of the two.
Just find a box for her to stand on.
I guess I can climb Sulil or something.
Yeah, I just hold her up.
Well, thank you, Lucy. We appreciate the help.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
I couldn't be of more assistance. If I can do anything, just let me know.
Do you know of anyone else that may be able to help us?
There aren't many who still follow the goddess, and it's hard to say where you might even find those who do, and if they'd have any means of helping with this, or providing answers when you have so little to go off of. But there are scholars and professors who study the gods and magic and things like this. Maybe you could find help from one of them.
Do you have any suggestions as to where we could go to find these people?
There is a magical academy in town, but they don't tend to overlap with me very much. I'm not sure they'll have the answers you seek. You could at least try speaking to a professor there. Maybe there's someone, maybe they'll know someone. But I'm not sure they'll be able to help you very much with this themselves.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Thank you.
As you've been talking, she's just been like, slowly guiding you through the temple, looking at just it's ruins. It's very pretty ruins, and it's well kept, but it is very much the ruins of this this temple that once was. And as you sort of finish your conversation, and as she was, leaning down to the clue and give her the necklace and whatnot, you sort of reach the end of like the sort of walk through of this sort of temple.
Tori, was there anything you wanted to do here? You certainly said you wanted to come here.
Yeah, I want to go to this, Wait, did I get the address?
You didn't get a specific address, but you did get told that it was a mansion up the hill towards the west side of town.
Yeah.
They said it should be easy enough to find.
Okay. Well then, yeah, I'm searching for a mansion.
I mean, the top of the hill seems like a good place to take a look for one.
Yep.
And you
What's
are
wrong with you,
sort of in the area. You're like out on like a little bit of a field, but like you're at the top of the hill. The buildings are somewhat nearby.
Yeah,
Can
if you guys don't mind. Yes.
Before we leave, I want to ask Lucy a bit, 2 more questions. If that's okay.
Mhm.
You mentioned the Shattered before.
I did, yes.
Are there any? I'm gonna call it signs. Are there anything specific we might possibly know about the Shattered?
Well, the Shattered are said to be effectively demigods, born mortal, but in the womb, some shard of the goddess's power finds its way into them, and they're born with sometimes extraordinary abilities. It varies from person to person. Some incredibly strong, some incredibly fast, some wield magic with a proficiency that others can't. The one sort of consistency is that they tend to become more powerful than your average folk. It's not superhuman per se, but it's almost like an ability to grow stronger and a natural proficiency for things.
Okay. Thank you for that. My second question is a bit away from religious talk. It's more if you had heard about a person that we're currently searching for. They're called the Black Hand Briar. Apparently, he was working with some criminals, and I'm supposed to bring them in by order of the guard. And I'm currently searching for information on their whereabouts.
Goodness, a criminal? No, we don't have many criminals up here, up the hill. Well, besides the occasional person trying to vandalize things. I mostly stick to here, the newer temple, and sometimes down to the market. I'm afraid it's not something I would have encountered.
Fair enough. Might have heard something. Thank you for the information anyway.
Of course. You're all welcome back here again, whenever you'd like.
Thank you very much.
I know there isn't a lot to see, but if you ever want to spend time here, or if you ever have questions.
I would love to spend more time here. My order very much cares for looking after places of beauty, and this certainly qualifies. Is there anything I can do to help you maintain the place?
She
At
sort
least
of
in the short run.
She smiles as you say this to her about the place being beautiful. She says, "Well, most of the maintenance, I'm afraid, isn't particularly interesting, from brushing stones and applying various tinctures to try and prevent their aging. So, just mending bits that break off. It's not particularly exciting. I do take donations from the newer temple from time to time. Not that you would have to donate anything.
I know.
I make do. It's okay."
I know. I just
No?
drop. I just drop my coin pouch. Here. That might help. Yes.
Are you just dropping your entire coin pouch to her?
Yes.
Faith, you gonna stop her, or are you just letting her?
I mean, it's her money. I'm not gonna.
If you're just letting her, she sort of, she looks at it and is like, this is all you have. I'm afraid I can't accept this. I can't accept this much. I'm sorry.
I
She hands
don't
it back to you.
use it anyway. Half.
Are you sure? This is not an insignificant amount.
Yeah.
And she sort of looks up to you, Faith. Just like,
It's her money. If she's willing to give it to you, then by all means. We take care of her ourselves anyway. She doesn't have much use for coin.
she has a look on her face like she's thinking for a second before it's like this hesitant sort of acceptance, and then she bows properly and says, "Thank you. I'm hesitant to accept this, but thank you."
You gave me Thing. So I gave Thing.
It was a gift. You didn't have to pay me for it.
Then it's a gift too.
She smiles.
Shall we move on and try and find this mansion for Tori?
That would be great.
She sort of waves you off as you all leave. She seemed glad for the company, if a little abruptly woken. You know, as you're going, she's like again calling like, "Come back soon, anytime you'd like."
Bye-bye.
He's so cute.
Bye.
So
Blue, next time you see her, you should head pet her.
What?
I don't know how Clue's gonna reach.
She'd have to lie on the ground.
Faith can pick her up. It's fine. It'll work out.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly I don't know how heavy Clue actually is. She's a fully grown goblin. I mean, she's still a goblin.
I imagine
So-
she's like the weight of like a fat cat. Just a heckin' chonker.
Chonky cat.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
let's go find the mansion.
Yeah.
So you guys stroll around, just around sort of the area along the paths. There's a number of buildings that look a bit more prim and proper up here. Not to say that the rest of town is ugly by any stretch, but like these look a little bit more fancy. As you get like towards the top, it seems like there's a number of sort of like important government buildings and like bigger mansions, but you do notice one that's not quite at the top and sort of stands on its own a little bit. That is what you would consider a mansion, about 3 floors, and it's quite a large building. It seems like it might be the place from the description you were given.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
So there's this big sort of silver door knocker for this big sort of wooden door with like the metal like bars holding it in place. Not like barred, but like like bars attached to the door holding it to the hinges. You do notice as you're approaching this house, it looks kind of empty or like dead in a way. Like there's no light coming through any of the windows. Sort of glancing in, it looks kind of like people haven't been here in a while. But regardless, as you go up and knock on this door with this big silver door knocker. It's a good few seconds before anything happens. You think for a second nobody's in, but then the door swings open and you're immediately greeted by this sort of warm orange light coming from inside. The smell of like maybe gingerbread or something hits your nostrils, and a woman stands before you. A mature woman. She's got like creases in like the corner of her mouth and her eyes, a bit of a scar over one of her eyebrows. Her hair is sort of this tied back, sort of white and silver, ever so slightly bluish at the tips, like a ponytail. And she's wearing this dress that's almost like halfway between a really fancy noble dress and like a military type aesthetic, almost. I wasn't expecting visitors.
Sorry to disturb you. I was down in the temple and was told that I might find you here. I heard you were part of the... Oh my god, my brain.
Knights of Vesta.
Whatever that one. I heard you were part of that.
She sort of looks at you, and you can like feel this sort of stare looking through you almost. She kind of looks you up and down. She notices like the little scales on like your shoulders and your neck. And she looks behind you, sees the others there. Come inside. We can discuss things there. And she sort of...
Thank you.
You notice as she's saying this, she seemingly had a hand like behind the door as she had like opened it. She puts something down there and takes her hand out from behind the door as she sort of lets you in.
Okay, I'm gonna hesitantly walk inside.
The rest of you following, or are you just letting Tori go in alone?
I'll follow. Yeah.
What if I
Thank you, Faith.
wander off at this point?
You could. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just mindlessly wander off. Let's go.
Can I do a perception check to see if I can see her?
Yeah,
I
go
was
ahead.
gonna do the same thing.
Both of you do perception checks.
Okay, hold on. I didn't get my... Sorry. I didn't have my dice ready.
16.
Okay.
Do I have to do something?
No, Zulil and Tori are. Well, I guess technically you could roll stealth if you want to. Contest.
I mean, it's not like I'm trying to be stealthy.
I got 10.
I'd say if you're not like trying to be stealthy, Tori, you're currently, looking at this woman in front of you entering this house. You're not really looking behind you so much.
Yeah.
But Zulil, you're like stood right next to Clue. You easily start to notice she's like starting to wander off the other direction a little.
I'm gonna go with Chloe.
Okay. So you're just gonna follow her.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that
You're
she
gonna
doesn't
tell us
die.
that you're leaving, or...
Yeah, okay. No, I'll let you guys. I'm gonna follow Clue. She seems to be a bit spacey. I'm gonna follow her, make sure that she's okay. She might remember something, possibly. You guys definitely do like unite stuff, though. Like that seems important as well. But I'll just follow Chloe and make sure that she's okay.
Don't let her out of your sight.
Yes, I won't.
Remember, people can't find her here.
As long as there's no bear traps, I'll be fine.
Oh god.
Oh, we're doomed.
She leads you and Faith inside. Do you want to give a perception check?
Me?
Yeah.
11.
11. Okay. It's a nice house. It's very sort of ornate. There's a lot of like nice sort of carved wooden furniture and whatnot. It seems welcoming, homely. It's quite warm and cozy inside. She leads you through, and there's sort of like an entrance area, this like hallway where the door is, and that splits off on the left into like a big archway that takes you into sort of more of a living area. And you can see like off to the right, on the right side of this hallway, there's like some stairs leading up and whatnot. She takes you into the living area. Take a seat.
Thank you.
She, sits you down on a couch, while she sits across from you on this sort of like armchair, very fancy armchair. So,
Okay.
you know where I'm from, or at least that I'm a Knight of Vetr. Why are you
Yeah, that's what
here?
I was. Oh,
Oh, sorry to
Um,
interrupt. I'm gonna BRB for a sec. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
no worries. Yeah, I don't even know what the Knights of Veda are, but I'm curious because I don't know where my powers came from, and I was hoping to get some answers.
She sort of looks over you again. Again, it's this almost like piercing stare. She says, "It's clear that you're a child of the Frost. That much I can tell. Tell me, what can you do? You mentioned your powers.
It's an excellent question. I have ray of frost. I have frostbite. I can mend. I have dragon's breath, but I taught this all to myself.
You tell me you don't even know what the Knights of Vetr are, but you're
No,
traipsing around with the Knight of the Rose.
What's
well,
wave?
She sort of...
we-
It's almost a glare. It's not entirely sinister, but it's like apprehensive in a way.
Faith still waves. We've only recently met. We ran into each other and had a reason to travel together.
Quite the coincidence.
I guess.
I suppose I could tell you a little about our order.
I very much appreciate it.
But why do you want to know? You just, decided to seek me out, hoping to learn something about yourself?
Yeah, that's why I left home. I'm looking for answers.
There's this look of thinking on her face. It's almost like you can see her brow furrow, and you can like see the cogs turning in her head. She's like, pauses for a moment, then claps her hands twice, and says, "We have guests. Bring some tea." And you hear a voice call back from another room. "Yes, my lady." And not too long after, this somewhat younger woman comes through, a serving girl, and puts out a platter of like a teapot, some teacups, and brings, funny enough, some gingerbread cookies in, which you smelled when she first opened the door. She like pours each of you a cup of tea, and this woman, this noble woman, picks up a cookie and says, "Help yourself." Just,
Thank you.
takes a bite out of it, and dips it in her tea, takes another bite before speaking. The Knights of Vetter are ancient, but our recent history is not as long as it may seem. We went through something of a renewal lately, where once we were a religious order in service to the god Vetter. We've since become more of an organization that hunts down dangerous magic users, mages, those who pose a threat to this world, as well as other, sometimes less magical threats. We are, in a sense, protectors of this world from any threats that would do it harm. We are experts in taking out those who would wield dangerous magic. We have a number of enemies. Naturally, when fighting those who would seek to do harm, you make a lot of enemies. That's why I'm here, in Pale Hill, in this mansion. It isn't often someone comes to my door asking about myself and about my order, but I see in you a certain curiosity. I'd like to see what you can do for myself. And she takes you, if you follow her, she takes you out back into the hallway. She says, you come too, and justice to you, Faith. And brings you towards, like, the back of this mansion. And... damn it, my program's not working. I was gonna show you something. Why is it not loading? Oh, come on. Sorry about this.
Oh, good.
Will it load now? Hmm. Doesn't seem like it's working. I don't know why. That's awkward.
It's a shame.
Damn it, I had a map made that I was gonna show you guys. Fuck. It's stuck on enabling webcam for some reason. This shouldn't even use webcam. Shit. We love technical issues in the middle of this.
Technical issues.
I literally started like loading up the map fucking ages ago and it wasn't loading. Tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna disappear for a second just to see if this loads up.
Okay.
Like visually disappear from stream. Oh no. You know, while I do this, how about we take a break for a minute while I try and sort this out. So we'll be right back
Okie dokie.
while I figure out technical issues.
Merp.
I'm gonna go grab some water.
And we're back. Sorry about that, everyone. I was having technical issues. I believe I've managed to fix it now, thankfully.
Thank
So-
God we have an engineer.
Yeah.
Yes, I will take all the credit and do nothing.
So, I can take you all to the new combat screen. Boop. And y'all can see this map.
Mhm.
I'll also stream on Discord, so you can see it in real time.
Yeah, come on. The
So
fuck?
let's camera, screen.
Ooh.
This one.
Let's wash.
Let's wash.
Yeah, go wash in that pond rebel.
Oh, the music
will.
stopped. I'll just do that one.
It's a back garden.
It is a back garden. So, she leads you out, and it is... As you step outside, there's something awfully strange. You guys might actually be able to see. You don't seem to be in the physical plane anymore. As surrounding this in the sky is this sort of nebulous void of magical energy that just seems to be surrounding this entire mansion, from what you can tell. The wall sort of surrounding this is a bit high, so you can't really like see over to see if there's ground on the other side. But at least from what you can see of like the sky and everything, you seem to just be in a magical void.
Okay, I'm just gonna grab Faith by the arm and be like, should we run?
I want you to
I
show me
don't
what you
think-
can do. Sort of squares off against you. Nothing lethal. Don't worry. But I want to see what you're capable of. I want you to not hold back. Do what you can.
So you want me to just attack you?
Both of you.
Oh my god, okay.
You're gonna get your ass whooped.
I think so.
I mean, this
Uh,
is about you, Tori. If you are, then I'll back you up.
Thank you, Faith. I guess we attack her then.
I'll say
Okay.
she's gonna let you, Tori, have the first attack, followed by you,
Okay.
Faith, and then she'll take her turn.
Alright, well I'm just gonna throw Dragon's Breath at her.
Okay. What does that do again? Dragon's Breath.
I'm just
spell.
reading. Oh wait, no I don't. No I don't. Rhymes Biting Ice is what I throw at her, my bad.
Rhymes Binding Ice. Okay.
Do you want me to roll for this too?
I'm just looking at what it is. So 30-foot cone. Each creature must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, take 3d8 and is hindered by ice formations. Okay. So she needs to make a Constitution saving throw. What's your spell save DC?
My what, sorry?
Your spell save DC. It's fine, I can look. 13. Well, she rolled garbage anyway, so she fails that. Okay. So that's 3d8, I think it was.
For me to roll?
Yeah.
Okay. 7, 8, and 6.
Okay, what is that total?
So that's 21.
Okay. Not bad, and she is, I believe, half speed?
Oh?
She's hindered by... Oh, no, it's reduced to 0. Okay, you know what? She's gonna go ahead and use a Legendary Resistance to make that save, in that case, which means she takes half as much damage and isn't hindered by the ice. So that is
Okay.
11 points of damage instead. Okay. You want to do anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm just gonna stare in shock.
She sort of brushes it off. You can see there's like frost all over her from this attack. She sort of dusts herself off a little. Not bad. And you? Looks to you, Faith.
Okay, so I'll move in a straight line so I'm right next to her.
Okay. So, hold on. There. So, like there?
Yep.
Okay.
And then I guess I'll swing.
Mm-hmm.
Armor firing. 21.
21 was that.
Yeah.
She's gonna go
17
ahead
plus 4.
and, as her reaction, cast Shield, adding +5 to her AC, so that misses.
Okay.
And we both rolled high and we still did nothing.
I mean, at the moment, we're burning through our defenses, though.
True.
There's nothing else I can do at the moment.
Okay. She is going to... hold on. Blah, blah, blah. She is going to cast... Let's see. Let's go with... Yeah, she's gonna throw the same thing right back at you. Why not?
Shit, okay.
She's gonna cast Rhymes Binding Ice.
Okay.
Which will probably, looking at this, I don't know if that actually fully covers you, Faith, but I would say it would at least like hit part of you. Since it goes, like it cuts through that square in a 30-foot cone. So that is going to be both of you make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
18.
Wait, is my constitution 12? Is that right?
Might be, stats, yep, it's 12, so that's a +1.
So +1, so 19 I rolled. Well, 18 I rolled, so 19.
Okay, so you both pass the DC, so you take half damage. So Rhymes Binding Ice was 3d8, right?
Yeah.
That one's the 8. So 7, a 6, and a 4.
Yeah.
7 plus 6 plus 4, anyone?
19.
17, isn't it?
Oh, wait.
17.
7
yeah.
plus 6.
Sorry.
Okay. So, since you both succeeded your save, you take half that, so half of 17. So that will be 9 points of damage, rounded up to a whole. But neither of you is hindered by the ice.
Okay.
And she's going to use a bonus action to disengage and move here.
Hang on. Hang on. I just need to check something. Yeah, I'm gonna use a reaction to Hellish Rebuke her.
I don't think you get that because she used disengage.
Whenever I'm being damaged by a creature,
right,
I get
okay.
to react by casting Hellish Rebuke.
Okay, what does that do?
It's an innate trait of being a tiefling.
Mm-hmm.
So, point your finger at the creature. They're surrounded by hellish flame. They take a dex saving throw against my difficulty will be 13.
Okay.
I think. Wait, just says dex saving throw, but hit DC effect 13. Yeah, so yeah, DC 13.
Okay. She rolled a 9 plus 5 is 13. That meets it, beats it. So she succeeds,
Okay.
unfortunately.
then they take half damage, so they take 2d10, which is, and then halve it. So what's that? 7, 8, 9. So she's gonna take. What's that? 9 divided by 2, so 4.5. So what? 5 damage.
Okay. And she's going to end her turn there. Tori, it's your turn.
Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reading. Okay, well, I'm gonna do Ray of Frost.
Okay.
So do I just roll a d8?
Let me just check. I'm just checking something. So
Okay.
this is the start of a new turn, which means she's got a reaction back. So she's going to go ahead and cast Counterspell. So
Okay.
if it's a 3rd level or lower, the spell fails and has no effect. What level is Ray of Frost? It is a cantrip,
Isn't it?
so it immediately fails and has no effect. So
Sick.
no spell for you.
Okay.
You still have your bonus action, but that does still use up your action, even though it got counterspelled.
Okay, so I can't do anything?
Unless you have something you can do as a bonus action, or if you want to move.
I don't even know what bonus actions I have, to be honest. I'll just stay where I am.
Okay. Faith, your turn.
I would like to move directly behind her.
Okay. Like there.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, do I get advantage for being
You get advantage for what, sorry?
behind her?
I don't think so, no. I don't believe
Okay,
so.
then I'm just gonna tonk her with me sword.
Okay.
I mean, it's about all I can do. That's a 12, so that's not gonna do anything.
No.
Yeah, okay, so I just flail wildly.
So you swing for her. You think you've got behind her. But with lightning fast reactions, she just turns around and like leans to the side, and your swing just goes wide past her shoulder, sadly missing her as she has seemingly reacted and dodged it. If that ends your turn there,
Yeah,
she's going to, immediately having turned around and dodged this swing coming from you, she's going to, in one very swift motion, draw her rapier and attempt to attack you.
okay.
That is a 19.
That just hits.
Okay. So you take 3 physical damage plus 4 frost damage from this rapier that seems to be like, it's got this ornate sort of silver handle encrusted with like blue jewels that like cups over her hand, but the blade itself seems to be made out of this like shard of ice in the form of like a blade. And you feel this cold like pierce through you as she strikes you.
Well, I'm down to a third of my health, so this is going well.
I'm just gonna be like, can we stop here? I didn't want Faith to get hurt. Coming along with me to this. I thought we were just gonna talk.
She looks to you and says, I'm just seeing what you can do. I don't plan on killing either of you. Don't worry.
Well, Faith's
My
pretty close to
servant girl
death.
can heal you up.
No,
after
I can
this.
take a few more hits, it's fine.
I don't know how I feel about this. Fuck. I'm gonna do. This seems so pointless. I'm gonna try frostbite then.
Okay. Frostbite does numbing frost. Target must make a Constitution saving throw. Build save. Target. Okay. So another Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 9 plus 3 for 12. Does 12 fail that? I believe it does, right? Yeah, your DC is 13, so she fails that.
Okay.
Okay. Target must make that. So
then I do
1d6 cold.
D6. Okay. 5.
Okay, and she also has disadvantage. So 5 damage. Okay. She does take half damage because she's resistant to frost. She already had the other one halved. She already had the other one halved, so I couldn't half it again. But so she takes 3 from that, I believe. 5 halved and then rounded up.
Okay.
But she does have disadvantage on her next attack. So she is going to wait, sorry. Yeah, so that's your turn. Faith, it is your turn now.
Okay, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
So that uses one of my spell slots, and that means the next time I hit, they have to take a DC 13 strength check. And if they fail, they're restrained and take an extra d6 piercing damage every turn until they break free.
So, sorry, what was that save again?
It's a DC 13 strength, but I still have to hit them with my melee attack before it does anything. It's basically like an aura on my sword until I hit them.
Alright. So do you want to roll attack
and then I'm gonna try and twonk them again. That would be a 19.
That does hit. So it was strength saving throw.
So they do a DC 13 strength.
Okay, and you can roll damage for your attack.
I'm also gonna Divine Smite.
Okay, she rolled like shit, so sure.
Okay, so if you roll under,
Are you
she's now in.
Are you able to Divine Smite and do the other thing in the same attack?
I believe so, because Ensnaring Strike is a bonus action, and Divine Smite is a reaction, if I remember.
Okay, fair enough.
Because it's all sort of scattered all over the place. Where is... I think it's... No, it's even under spell. They don't keep all the Paladin Divine stuff all together, which is really annoying. When I hit... Divine Smite. Whenever I hit with a melee weapon attack, I can expend a spell slot to deal an extra 2d8 radiant damage.
Okay.
Plus an extra 1d8 for each spell. So, I do 1d6 for the thorns, which is an extra 2 damage. Then the sword itself does an extra 8 damage, so that's 10 damage. And then I do 2d8 radiant damage, which is an extra 9, so that's 19 damage.
Okay.
And then every turn she can do a strength check to try and break out of the thorns. But at the start of the turn, she takes d6 piercing damage from the thorns.
Wait, do the thorns restrict her movement?
It says they're ensnared, so when
it doesn't say like restrained. Actually, where is this? There it is.
So while restrained by this spell, the target takes 1d6 piercing damage.
Okay, it does say restrained, so yeah.
A creature restrained by the vines or one that can touch the creature can use its actions to make a strength check against the spell save DC. On a success, they're freed.
Okay.
So at the start of your turn, you'll take D6 and then you can try and break free.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, I mean, I've got one spell slot left, but yeah.
Okay. Do you want to roll that 1d6 because it's the start of her turn now?
Okay, so then that would be 6. Okay, I'll take that.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. That was good damage.
Yeah.
She is going to... First of all, at the start of her turn, she's going to use her legendary resistance to break free of this.
Okay.
So she still took the 1d6 at the start of the turn, but she's able to move freely now. You watch as she sort of it's at this moment that like her clothes shine with like this bright blue light, and the next thing you know, it's like this flash, and then it's just silver ornate armor with like this blue cloth draping over one shoulder, a tabard coming down. Like her clothes have just magically turned into this silver armor, and as it does so, it like repulses the like vines outwards, and they scatter to the floor and sort of get singed by the light of this magical transformation.
Neat trick.
And she is going to with lightning speed dash straight towards you. Sorry, now you can make a wait, did you use your reaction there?
No.
Faith?
I still get to react.
Yeah, so you'd still get an attack of opportunity.
Okay. So 20. 16 plus 4.
Okay, roll damage.
4.
Okay. So you sort of see her lean into the stash, and you know, like in the blink of an eye, what she's about to do, and you just to say barely manage to like get your sword out into her path as she like goes at like lightning speed, like the blink of an eye, straight towards you. Tori stops directly in front of you with her rapier up to your throat, and she stops just before it hits. And then she sort of spins her rapier around, sheaths it again. I've seen enough. You did well.
Thank you. I'm just gonna be hyperventilating here.
Her clothes turn back into clothes, no longer armor. And she sort of waves over to her serving girl, who is sort of on the patio, just watching. And this serving girl comes over and is going to cast a healing spell on you. For the sake of this, I don't have the exact stats on each fucking healing spell ready, but let's just say she heals you back up. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
For the sake of
thank you.
convenience.
Are you gonna heal Faith too?
Yeah, she heals both of you.
Okay.
I'll switch us back
Okay,
to the
Faith's
script.
just gonna walk over to Tori and give her a quick hug and make sure she's okay.
I don't know, Faith. I don't know.
You definitely have some strong abilities. Self-taught, you said?
Yeah, I was the only one I knew with these powers.
And you, Knight of the Rose. I didn't catch your name.
Most people call me Faith.
Interesting. You fight well. Some strong hits.
Thank you. You too. I like the shiny thing you did with your armor. That was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Oh, Clue's gonna be so sad.
She will be.
It comes in handy, being dressed for the occasion.
Sure it does.
Let's go get you some more tea. She leads you back inside, where you didn't finish your tea before going out, so you guys are able to sit down and rest after that suddenly rather exhilarating encounter. and have some nice
Yeah.
tea and gingerbread biscuits.
Does that count as a short rest?
Sure.
Okay.
I saw the people you were with when you arrived. One of them caught my eye. How much do you trust that goblin?
Trust? Not a lot. I barely know her, but I'm keeping an eye on her because I think she can lead me to something more important.
Quite. Well, you seem right not to trust it.
Right now, she has no memory of her past. So she's relatively harmless. But I'm painfully aware of what
Relatively?
she represents. All things are relative.
Say you're aware of what she represents? Just what are you aware of?
She's undead. Something raised her. I intend to find out what.
And that's
Whatever it is,
all you know?
screwed it up. Because she's in control of herself.
And you don't know who raised her? Or where
No,
she came
that's
from?
that's what I'm trying to find out.
I see.
As threatening as she may be, she is just one little goblin. But whatever raised her is clearly the bigger problem.
She represents something far bigger than one undead goblin. There's more going on here than you know. You two have shown that you're capable. I assume the other two you're with are equally capable?
I mean,
One's questionable, but
the goblin, or Clue as we refer to her, she can hold her own in a fight. Whereas
How quaint.
I thought so. Zilil is an unknown quantity at the moment.
but we're keeping him for now.
I see. I may have work for you, if you're interested.
What is this work?
That very much depends on whether you'd like to find out more. I know I'm certainly curious about you. All of you. And you came here to ask me questions, didn't you?
Yes, I have many.
Then I have
Alright,
something of a job for you.
Okay. I'm listening.
This town is rooted with corruption. Specifically, I suspect my fellow nobles. We have something of a council, or a senate, if you will, that makes decisions on both this town and the surrounding region. I've been putting forward a number of bills and other plans that would help the people of the region. And someone keeps, or more than one person, keeps putting a stop to them. We hold anonymous votes, but they only follow after debates. It's not exactly... The anonymity of these votes is something of a facade. It's pointless. The debates clearly show what side either person is on. I put one forward, they argue against it. And sure enough, when it goes to a vote, they always get voted down. It's not just me, they don't just hate me. Though I'm sure they're not particularly fond of me, it's anything that would benefit the town. I suspect there's more than just ulterior motives at play. I suspect there's some foul play, something else, rather than just them looking out for their own interests. I suspect they're corrupt. That maybe they're taking bribes, working with unscrupulous individuals, and other such matters. Frankly, I'm tired of it. I've been in this city for decades. I've been trying to make change, and at every step they stand in my way. At every step they make things worse for the common folk, and for the surrounding villages. I can't put a stop to them, per se. Not directly. I'd like you to launch an investigation. Find out if there is more to the story, if there is more than just their own interests. Or even if you can just dig up dirt, find out precisely what they're up to, and maybe prove that they've been standing in the way of things that would help the people. Maybe prove some of their misdeeds. It will go a long way to improving the lives of many here in this town and beyond. I might finally be free of the rot that plagues this city. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Very well.
I would be happy to help. Faith, is that okay?
I mean, I'm here for you, Tori. If you're up for it, then we'll do it.
Okay.
I'll say that you're well paid for this endeavor, both in coin and information. I wouldn't
Okay.
impose on you to work for free. There are a number of nobles that I have suspicions of, shall we say.
Okay.
If you
And they are?
First of all is Lady Vermilion. I have a long-standing history with her. A rather personal one. She used to belong to the Sanguine Knights, opposition to the Knights of Vetter. They are perhaps the most dangerous organization, at least that my order goes against. A constant thorn in our side. Vermilion claims to have left them a long time ago, but she's been recently receiving visitors, and I'm not certain who. I suspect she's still in contact with them. I'd like you to find proof of this.
Why do the Knights of Vetter and the Knights of Sanguine not get along?
The Sanguine Knights follow the Lord of Blood, the Sanguine Prince, whatever you want to call him. Once a man, he rose to become a god, through unscrupulous means, violence, bloodshed, dark rituals. Those who follow him follow much in the same footsteps. They seek blood, violence. Their entire goal is to seek out the most powerful warriors they can find and kill them or die trying. This was an order that Vermilion was inducted into at a young age. And unfortunately, once a member, one never really leaves. So it's suddenly odd that Vermilion would have been able to leave, supposedly. That's part of why I think that she's still in contact with them. I'm not certain what precisely her relationship is with them these days, but I'd like to find out. And to be frank, since you came looking for information, I said the Sanguine Knights are long-held enemies of my order. This has been a long and sordid history that culminated some time ago in the genocide of my people and the attempted erasure of the entire order. As I mentioned before, we used to follow Vetter as devout paladins and knights of a holy order. It was only after that attack that night that we changed to being more of an organization.
What powers do these Knights of Sanguine have?
I command blood and can use it for very many things, from dark magics to conjuring weapons to controlling even a person's body against their will. They're
They sound
dangerous.
terrifying.
And these knights, these sanguine knights, they fear nothing. Their entire purpose is to die at the hands of the strongest warriors that they can find. That means they don't care if they die. They don't care if they go down. They don't care how much you hurt them. They'll keep fighting until the end. They either kill you or they die trying. If you're strong enough to slay them, then you must be a strong warrior indeed. At least in their eyes.
Formidable, but stupid.
Indeed. I would say, Faith, if you want to roll, like, maybe history, see if you've heard of them before. Because being like a paladin, you might be familiar.
Yeah, no, 5.
Yeah, not something you've encountered personally.
History is not my strong suit.
I was more just checking if your character would remember.
No, I got in 8, so -1 to anything int related.
Okay. After Vermilion, there's a far less threatening noble known as Sir Cole. He's a young man who's inherited the family business from his father. They run the quarry here, which operates, frankly, most of the town's economy. And recently, after Sir Cole Jr. took over, they've been branching out and trying to overtake the logging industry as well. Essentially, they have a stranglehold on this town's economy, and they use it to further their own profits. I'm sure you've seen, or at least know of, the south side of town, and the state that it's in. From soot to stone dust to poor working conditions. That would be Sir Cole and his family's doing. I've been working hard to try and improve conditions there, but that means a cut in his profits, which he won't stand for. If you can find evidence of him looking out for his own interests at the expense of his people, it could be useful, whether through blackmail or an expose or something else, potentially even having him arrested. We may finally be able to improve working conditions if we can put him behind bars or do anything about him.
Okay. And can you tell us where we will find these people?
Lady Vermilion and Sir Cole both own estates in this upper area, but I have a more interesting idea. There's a masquerade ball, a number of attendees, both the two that I've mentioned thus far and some others that I have suspicions of, will be attending. It's something of a charity ball, but the charity is a front. It's supposed to help the nearby villages to find tools, equipment, and training to look after themselves against bandits or loose beasts or whatever. But it's really just to garner support, investors, and to gather information on each other, fellow nobles. It's all a bit of a drag, to be honest. It's formalities and politics, but it's the best place to find them all at once. and perhaps overhear some unsavory conversation. Alcohol tends to loosen lips. I'll be there, and I'm sure I can fashion you an invite. Perhaps even for your full group. It can at least
That
get you
would
an
be best.
introduction. And then from there, I'm sure you can figure out where to go. Once you've met them and perhaps gotten an idea of them. The ball's not for a few more nights. It's at the end of the week. On a Saturday. I'll have you an invite.
Okay, we will be there.
There are some others, but perhaps I should save time and allow you to meet them for yourselves.
Yep, we will do some investigating.
Where might I find you, should I need you?
That's an excellent question. We're at the tavern. What's it called?
The Eagle's Crest.
Thank you, Faith. We'll be staying there.
I'll send a message when I have the invitations written up. It'll be before the end of the week. I'll give you the details, and you can meet me there on Saturday.
Okay, we'll be there. We'll be waiting for your instructions.
I look forward to working with you. And I hope we can both get the information we want out of this.
As do I.
And she sort of, with the conversation being done, you know, she sees you out of her mansion. If you have questions, anything important, or you need anything, return here.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
I'll see you on Saturday, if not.
Yes, we'll see you then. Thank you for your time.
She sees you out and closes the door. And you can still notice, looking at this house, none of the windows are lit, despite it being fairly sort of warm and lit inside. There's no light coming through the windows.
I'm just gonna go up to Faith and grab her hand and say, I'm so sorry that I just put you in danger.
I'm more than happy to put myself in harm's way for a friend.
Thank you, Faith.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hugs.
Meanwhile,
Hugs.
what's Clue been doing? And Zulil trailing after.
Walking.
Okay. Where are you going?
Like around the house. Let's see what's on the other side.
Okay. So as you go around this house, I mean, it's a house. It all looks pretty empty. You don't really see, like I said, the wall for, like, the garden, at least when Faith and Tori were in there, was quite high. It seems to be equally high on the outsides, but, you know, you're just standing in a field looking at a house, looking at this sort of back wall that you can't really see over. Are you doing anything else? Are you going anywhere?
I want to try climbing over it.
You're gonna try and climb over the wall? Give me an
Yes.
athletics check. Actually, athletics or acrobatics. I'll let you use either.
Oh, it's 10 or 6, so I'm not
Okay.
getting that.
You don't quite manage to get, like, fully over the wall, but I will say, like, you manage to sort of, like, hoist yourself up, your, like, upper body over. You can't quite hold the weight, but you do get a glance over this wall. It's a pretty, like, dead but also overgrown garden in a way. It's, like, lots of long grass, not very well kept at all. It's all quite grey. Clearly not well kept.
Well, this is all just dead. Chloe, do you want to take a look at this?
Oh, okay.
I want to lift up Chloe like on my shoulders and just hold her up over the
Okay.
fence.
So, looking over, you see basically the same thing. You can see, like, the garden. There's no, like, nice trees or flowers or anything like that. It's just very overgrown, but also kind of died off. Like, there's long, dry grass. You can see, like, the back windows are equally dim and dusty. You can see, like, looking from here, you can kind of see, like, a cobweb or two in places.
You see anything interesting?
It's pretty.
Pretty?
Yes. And I try like climbing up from.
Are you
Promise.
trying to, like, get over the wall?
Yeah.
Give me athletics with advantage because Zulil's helping you.
How advantage? How does this work?
You roll twice,
you
take the
roll
higher number.
Okay. I got. Wait, let me. Acrobatics. Oh, I got +7 in athletics, so it would be 17.
Okay. Yeah, you like scramble straight over this wall like an angry raccoon or something, just climbing over it and just drop to the other side. You're now in this back garden area.
Chloe, what the fuck did he... Chloe?
Ah, pretty.
I want to try climbing over the wall again.
Okay, go ahead and give me another check. Again, acrobatics or athletics, either or.
15.
Okay, much better. Yeah, you, this time, having seen Clue gone on and knowing you're gonna be in trouble if Clue's fucking stuck, you hoist yourself over and scramble up over this wall as well. And drop down right next to Clue.
Chloe, we shouldn't be here.
But you showed me the place.
What? Just because I show you something doesn't mean that you're supposed to go in it.
Just because there's a wall doesn't mean you have to look on the outside.
What do you say?
Nothing. This place is
We
pretty.
need to go. I'm not sure this is the best idea we've had. And we shouldn't be here. We shouldn't be messing with Tori's friend, especially in your condition.
Can I look around?
I'm not sure how the knights would the knights of
Vetter.
whatever god they're worshipping would take to you.
You say you wanted to look
Ignore.
around, Travel?
Yes.
Okay.
Ignore.
Are you looking for anything in particular?
No, just to see what's around. I don't know.
Do you want to give me like an investigation or perception check?
Sure. Oh my fucking god! Where is this? Okay, I got 4.
4. I mean, looking around, there's not much you didn't notice looking over the wall. It's still just this like dead garden. You can kind of like peer in the windows, and it's quite dark. You can't really see anything inside, but it looks pretty empty and pretty dusty inside through the windows.
Is there a door?
There's 2 doors. One on one side, and then the other on that sort of L shape. Am I still accidentally hosting on Discord? No. Okay.
No.
No. I guess I can knock.
There's no answer.
Chloe, we just broke into someone's yard. We shouldn't be knocking on the door from the yard side. That does not seem like a good idea. We should be going.
But this place is cozy.
Chloe.
Yes.
Do you want to go get some more shinies. I'll take you to a jeweler and you can pick something out, okay? But we need to go for now.
And
We can get some ice cream on the way as well. Like
That's
some
fine.
iced rat or iced frog or whatever you eat.
does ice cream even exist in this?
Sure,
trust
why
me,
not?
it's-
There's frozen treats.
Frozen rat and frozen.
I don't think it'd be a rat or a frog, but you can find something
I mean-
frozen somewhere.
But I
Is
think
there-
that's what Ravel prefers: frozen rat,
Like
frog. A
pond?
clue, sorry.
Is there a pond?
Yeah, some water.
Yeah, there's like the remnants of a pond, but it's very much like green and covered over with like algae and like nothing's lived in it in a long time besides the algae.
Splash.
Splash.
No, can I like pull Ravel Clue back so she doesn't splash in the water?
Give a dexterity check, both of you. Go ahead and roll against
Okay.
each other.
Oh god! Oh god!
Okay, what are these rolls? What the fuck?
I got a 5, and I don't think I have a modifier.
Dexterity is +1 for me, I guess.
Oh, no, dexterity is +5 for me. No, that's my saving throws. Never mind. Okay, I'm stupid.
Then I don't know what I'm looking at.
Wait. Okay, Tommy, you have a +3 for dexterity, and
Where?
on the stats page, you see the little +3 under
Oh,
the 16.
I was looking at the right side.
Clue,
Okay,
you
yeah,
have
no.
a +1.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Okay,
so
so
I
what's the
I
total?
rolled a 4, so it's 5.
I have 8
5.
then.
8, okay. So it's a bit of like a mad dash. Zulil, you see Clue going for this, and you sort of reach out. You like miss the first grab, and then like Clue sort of catches on, tries to go in, splash, and then you like manage to just barely grab her and pull her back.
Clue.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Faith would appreciate you becoming unshiny
Unshiny.
in the water.
I think water would make me more shiny, no less.
Well, normally yes, but this water is very unshiny, so it would make you a lot less shiny. And you got like this nice new amulet thing as well. You don't want to get that dirty, do you?
No.
Yeah. So we can get some water on the way, and you can shower or bathe or whatever you want to do. But let's not do it in this algae-covered pond thing that probably has some sort of diseases that will murder any normal being.
You stumbled on human.
Well, to be fair, you're a goblin, not a human, so.
But what if the disease is, in fact, the shiny person?
What?
The Faith. If you bring the diseases to Faith, what? That's not going to be good.
Immune
No,
to
it's not.
disease.
No, I'm immune to it.
Well, Clue doesn't know that, does she?
No, no.
No, the shiny person has to be shiny.
Yeah, so we shouldn't unshiny ourselves, because that would make the shiny person not shiny anymore.
I see. Okay. what to do now? Then
Come again? Sorry, Chloe?
what to do now?
We can get some shiny stuff. We can get you some amulet if you want, or like a ring. If you want to give Faith something, we can search for something as well.
Yes.
Okay. For now, if we're gonna get some shiny stuff, if we're gonna get some amulets or whatever, we should leave the yard. Are you okay with that?
Don't you like this?
Come again?
Don't you like the place? This place?
It's less that I don't like the place, and more that I don't know what will happen to us if we're found out. So I want to make sure that we're okay by leaving, so we don't die.
Okay. Yes.
Okay? Okay. I'm gonna lift you up then, so you can climb back over the wall, like nothing happened, like we didn't see anything. And I'm gonna climb after you, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna pick Clue up and bring her over to the wall.
Clue, give me another athletics check. With advantage, because Zulil's helping again.
I got athletics. You said
Yeah.
got 22.
Okay. So again, like this wild possum or something, you just scramble up and over and off the other side. Zulil, athletics or
Yes.
acrobatics? And your choice. The reason I'm giving you acrobatics is because I imagine you can, like, get a running start and hop up while you couldn't while you're lifting Clue.
Well, I have a 10 again.
A 10 again.
Yeah.
So you just hoisted Clue up. She's scrambled up over the wall. You attempt to pull yourself up. To no avail. You think you've got it, and then next thing you know, your hand slips and you slide back down again.
Okay, Clue, I just wait on the other side. Just stay there a bit. I'll be right over, and I try again.
I
Our
see.
Okay.
rogue is completely useless at everything rogue based.
Considering you're
Jesus.
trying multiple times and you'll be tiring yourself out, I'm gonna make each failure harder to do the next one. So go ahead and roll again.
I rolled a 9.
Nope. This time you think you've got like a few fingers grasped in like the brickwork, but you don't, and you just fall straight down, land almost on your ass, but just barely manage to save it.
I just
Okay.
sit on the wall. I don't jump. I
Okay.
just sit.
You just sat there watching.
I'm gonna take my rope
Mm-hmm.
and tie my sword, like my short sword, to the rope
Mm-hmm.
and throw it over the wall
Uh-huh.
and climb up that rope.
Do you not
Are you
have a
expecting
grappling
your
hook?
sword to immediately dig into stuff? No,
No,
your
I'm
whole
expecting
weight?
it to help throw over. I am hoping that it at least is over the wall. And I'm gonna ask Clue to hold it down.
Give me a dexterity throw. A dexterity check.
21.
Okay, you do manage to throw your sword over the wall. No issues. There you go.
Come on!
It's now on the other side of the wall. You have hold of the other end of the rope, I assume.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Clue, could you jump down and hold down the rope for me?
I just hold the rope on
Oh.
the wall.
Okay.
That works out as well, I suppose. And I climb the wall.
Oh no.
Clue, give me a strength saving throw.
Oh no. You
Actually, a
can't
strength
Clue
check,
down
not a
into the
saving
garden.
throw, sorry.
A what?
A strength check.
So it's D20 plus strength, right?
Yeah, plus 3, I think. Looking at your sheet.
So it's 12.
Considering Zulil already failed getting over twice,
Oh no.
the DC was at like a 13.
Oh no.
So as your Clue is holding this rope, right? She does not weigh as much as you. So you pull on this rope, and she just goes woo straight up into the air, held up by this rope, almost gets pulled back over the wall with this sword. Clue, go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw to see if you can avoid cutting yourself on this sword.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
19.
Okay, so you manage to like let go and sort of roll to the side on the top of the wall before it like cuts you. But yeah, the sword just comes straight back over the wall.
You know what? You know the funny thing is, I rolled in case I needed to do another acrobatics check. I rolled a 4. I would have had a 7 total.
Tommy, how are you the only rogue in history that can't do basic rogue shit? Why are you throwing a sword? Do you not have a grappling hook in your kit?
I don't think so. Oh god.
Oh my god, you don't even have pittance.
No.
Oh, Tommy, you may have to blow the horn.
Oh no!
The hardest enemy in the game, a wall. Oh fuck. Okay.
So Clue is
I'm
just
gonna
sat
take-
on top of this wall and you're stuck in this garden. What are you doing?
I have a playing card, so I'm just gonna stop playing.
You
No,
stop playing.
You've totally just given up.
Is the walls made out of stone, right?
Yeah, it's like stone or maybe like not necessarily like smooth marble, but maybe like some sort of marble bricks.
Like, is it just like full pillars, or is it like
It's a wall. It's like a brick wall.
Okay.
It's a bit
Can I
taller
use-
than you. You do have to like hoist yourself up to look over it, so it's about
Oh
what,
god.
like 7 foot tall.
Okay. Is it like this? When you say a brick wall, is it like concrete in between the bricks?
Well, yeah, it's like it's masoned together. It's held together.
Can I use my? I'm gonna attempt
Mhm.
using my sword to edge, like to make a small hole so I can put my fingers in, just to help me with that.
Okay,
And try and
so you're
climb
trying to
over
make
that.
like a foothold for your fingers to help you climb.
Yeah, so I can climb the wall easier.
Give me a strength check then.
Oh god.
Yeah, strength check would do.
8.
It is hard stone, and the only thing you're achieving by doing this is blunting the tip of your sword.
Oh god!
This is where Tommy dies in the game. He just walks around and
I
dies.
just starved to death.
You're
That's
just
not...
like there, sort of chipping away at this wall, trying your best, and it's just not happening. It seems like it's higher on the Mohs scale than your sword.
Where's
You know
Clue?
you wanna. You know
Clue's
you wanna
on the
toot
wall.
that
I'm on the
horn.
wall.
Your Clue's just sat
What
on
do
the
you-
wall.
Send Clue for help.
No. Chloe's gonna get lost on the way.
Ah, good.
I mean, he doesn't Tommy literally have the horn?
Yes.
yeah, but
so,
you're
like-
supposed to be inside at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
It all depends on how long Zulil is gonna spend trying to climb this freaking wall.
One like the door before, like the window.
Mm-hmm. The back door.
Did it have like Did it have like like a keyhole stuff to open it?
Yeah, it's like this big, sturdy sort of wooden door. It's got like, fancy metal, like keyhole and like braces holding it to the hinges and stuff.
Okay. Okay, can I ask, what exactly are thieves' tools?
That's like lockpicks and maybe stuff for like, say, cutting glass or whatever, like stuff you use to break in somewhere, generally.
Okay, that's perfect. I jump back in.
Okay. No problem.
I go to the door.
Alright.
Follow. No. And I do. What you already know what I'm gonna do.
Use the thieves' tools?
Yeah.
Are you using them or are you getting Zulil to use them?
No, I'm using them.
Okay.
Of course. It's
Do you
my phone.
have proficiency with them?
Wait, how can I check that? I mean, I have them.
Yeah, I just don't know if you have proficiency.
How can I
I think I do.
check that?
I'm pretty sure I do. How can I check that? But
I'm not sure actually. I'll look through. Okay, not in there. Not in there. Background. No, you
I'm
have
pretty sure I
proficiency with the
do.
disguise kit. I'm not seeing one for the thieves' tools. So
where is that?
in Persona, if I go in your background, I can see your your proficiencies, and I looked at your Goblin and Barbarian as well in Journal. I don't see anything for Thieves' Tools there.
Wait, Persona and then...
Persona?
Yeah, I was just looking at the things where you actually would have your proficiencies set up, because I can't find where tool proficiencies are. Actually, I have found it now, but I couldn't at the time. You have proficiencies with disguise kits and horns. So you do not have Thieves' Tool proficiency, so go ahead and give me a straight roll.
A straight roll?
Yeah, so just a roll with no modifier.
That was a 3.
Lockpicking isn't really your thing. You don't really know what you're doing. You kind of just stick them in and wiggle them around. It's not really something you know.
Is there a second door that doesn't lead into the house?
No, there's the two doors, but they both sort of lead into the house. Like the back garden is encased by this sort of L shape. And there's like one door on one side and one on the other. And then there's like the
Okay.
wall around that, making it into a square courtyard sort of thing.
Okay. I'm gonna use my thieves' tools.
Okay.
then. Because... Because I think I have proficiency with
As a rogue, I
thieves.
damn well hope you do. Yeah, you do. Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, now.
Right. Can't wait to roll a 6. It's a 12.
So it's +2 for proficiency bonus.
So 14.
You're there for like a good like couple minutes, sort of fiddling around with it. You hear a click as you think you've pushed one of the pins in, but then like as you try and go for the next pin, it sort of slips loose again. You do eventually manage to get through the door. So the door is now open after a good few minutes of trying.
Can we sneakily go through the house without getting noticed?
I look at the house
Just-
inside.
The house inside is almost equally dead. There's not a lot of furniture, it's pretty empty. The whole place is like dark and no lights on whatsoever. Every surface is covered in dust, and there are cobwebs in like all the corners, just everywhere. And there doesn't seem to be anyone inside.
Okay. That's weird.
I like this place.
And
No,
there's
well-
no sign of Faith or Tori.
That's not the point. Tori and Faith went in here with the old lady.
She was like middle-aged for reference. She wasn't like old lady.
Very old lady then.
Wait,
Oh,
watch yourself.
excuse you?
And then nowhere to be found. That's a bit strange. We should at least see some sign of them, some sign of life. Like, there should be something here, but there isn't. It's, okay, the backyard, that's one thing, you know, some people don't care about that. But the house, someone should be in here. And it's weird that it's not. Do you understand what I mean, Chloe?
No.
Faith is gone. She should be here,
No.
and she's not.
Shiny person is inside the house.
We're inside the house.
No, we're inside the other door.
It's the same house.
No.
What do you mean, no?
They went through a big door.
Well, okay, I take a piece of paper and
Okay.
I draw out a map of the house, of the outside of the house, and
How can
try
you
and
draw a map of the house? You've never been in here.
no, not of the, like in the inside of the house, but the outside of the house, like where we walked along. What is like
So you just
basically
draw
the
a
square.
square.
Yeah, a square, the backyard, and kind of the house. And I try and show Clue the entrance where Faith and Tori went through, and the entrance that we're going through. This is connected. It's the same house, just a different door. Meaning,
Okay.
logically, Faith should be here, and Tori, and the old lady.
Old lady, god damn it. This could be another Michael. She's like middle-aged, like 40s or 50s, and you're calling her an old lady.
Do you, Clue? Do you understand what that means?
It means that a lady has weird house.
I was gonna say that she has magical powers, or that there's some magic involved here, and it's very scary, and we should leave as soon as we can. But on the other hand, we should also probably look around the house to understand what is happening. Because if Faith and Clue, if Faith and Tori are involved with this person, they could be very much in danger. And you don't want Faith or Tori to get hurt, do you?
a shiny person can protect you.
My point is, if they or someone they affiliate with is powerful enough to make a whole house seem fine, they might possibly be stronger than what Faith is able to deal with.
Uh-huh. Yes. No.
Okay.
I like that now everyone has had their own frustrating encounter with glue.
I just kind of like fucking. I just sit down anywhere, like on the floor, just fucking. Okay.
I'll say it's about this time, right, that you see this front door as you're sort of like in this like hallway area between like the back door and the front door. You see the front door open, and seemingly out of thin air, both Faith and Tori just like step out the door, and then the door closes behind them, and they are now outside the house while you're still inside the house as you just watch them leave out of thin air.
I need a drink.
And you, Faith and Tori, have come out the house to find Zulil and Clue very much not there.
I mean, we kind of expected that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just listening out for the sound of the horn. They've obviously wandered off again.
Yeah, I guess we should probably try and go find them.
I mean, we got no idea where they've gone. At least if we stay here, they know where we are.
Yeah, actually, that's a good idea.
They wait in silence.
What are you guys doing? What are you guys gonna
Well,
do?
You guys are
They
still
wait
in the
in
house.
Chloe,
Yes?
do you want to go outside? Because for some reason they just appeared out of thin air, and I could be wrong, but they might be outside that door. Do you want to go and get them?
I like this place.
But outside is Faith.
It reminds me of home.
Can I just say, I love how you two, Faith and Tori, ended up fighting the woman, and then Zulil's ended up fighting a wall.
No.
And lost.
And lost.
Look,
I didn't expect her mansion to be the enemy for you two. Anyway.
First the bear trap, now wall. What
the
will be
emus.
next for you?
Like the emus.
I have no issues with enemies apparently, but inanimate objects, those,
They're your downfall.
yeah, they're my kryptonite.
Anyway, continue.
Wow.
Yeah. Clue.
Go, Owl.
Clue.
Mm.
Let's open the door and see what Tori and Faith found out. We can stay inside the house, but we can talk to Tori and Faith.
I want to look around first.
I was going to suggest doing that anyway, but it might be smarter to have Tori and Faith here as well, so we can have 4 extra eyes. Oh, yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
I can't really leave you alone. Especially in this weird magical house that also makes Tori and Faith appear out of thin air. So, stay next to me. Otherwise,
care of myself. I am an adult.
You're half my size, and I'm not even tall.
Wow, sizist.
Oh wow, okay. Speciesist, there we go.
Can I just punch?
Not
Can I just
surprised.
punch?
Okay, roll attack.
No!
Okay, how do I roll attack again?
D20 plus your attack bonus.
Wait, what the fuck is attack? I guess.
Was it the +3 or? Apparently it's
Strength,
+5
maybe?
according to your axe.
It should be your proficiency. Well, whichever. You're doing strength, right? So it'd be a strength bonus.
Yeah, it's strength plus proficiency, so it's +5.
plus proficiency.
Ah, yeah,
so
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
fine.
you're also only
Because that's
punching
dead
and
Yeah,
bad.
using
she's
your
only
axe.
punching. I was just using the axe as reference because the attack bonus
Okay,
doesn't
okay, okay.
change.
Okay.
It's the damage
I
that
think I already
changes.
rolled.
Okay, what did you roll?
Let's see. 11.
Is that with the modifier?
Yes.
What's your AC, Zulil?
14.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. So, you gotta like punch him, but it's not enough to do like any damage. Not even like a bruise. It's just bonk. You know?
I didn't want to fucking break their bones or something.
I feel like it would have been funny if you punched him a little too hard.
Just flies through the front door.
I mean, that's one way we could find you.
Topples over Tori and Faith as well. Okay, clue. Please don't punch me. I don't want to get hurt. And I don't want you to get hurt. And I'm not sure which one's gonna happen first. So, let's just get Tori and Faith. Because this babysitting shit is very exhausting. And, I might need some help.
I am perfectly capable of taking care of myself.
Okay,
on my
but...
own.
Okay. That is... fair clue. But you could also look around this house with the shiny person.
I don't need faith to do that.
But... it would be a bonus.
Can you just walk off anyway?
Okay.
Oh god. Oh.
So do you want to look around the house?
I just opened the door. I opened the door.
The door is locked.
God damn it!
Seemingly, you just watch this door swing open. Two people apparate out of thin air, walk out the door closed behind them, and it seems to now be locked.
God damn it, Clue.
Clue, would you like to roll investigation or maybe perception?
Sure. Oh my fucking god. What are these, bro?
Did you steal Zulil's dice?
Well, 4.
4. As far as you can tell,
4.
all seems the same. Like, it's all very empty. You can see, like, the layout of rooms, like, that archway leading into, like, what would be a living room. You can see, like, a kitchen leading off on the other side of that wall. Like, if you go back towards the back door and go through a door, there's, like, a stairs leading up. There's a more sort of grand hall off to the right if you were coming in from the front door. But it all is very dusty and like it hasn't been touched in a long time. Every step you take leaves like a footprint in the dust.
Nice. I enjoy.
Tommy, are you
Rejoice.
trying to open the
I
door?
I'm trying to open the door.
Okay, what are you gonna do to open this door?
I'll be using the thief's tools again.
Okay, go ahead and give me a roll.
20.
Okay. Is that a
Holy-
natural 20 or with the modifier?
No. It's plus
Oh,
the modifier as well,
Okay.
or the proficiency
Yeah.
bonus.
yeah.
Okay. You pick the lock. This one is a lot easier. After doing the back door, you kind of understand the type of lock that they're using for this well enough that you're not gonna fuck it up again. At least not right now. You hear a click, and you're pretty sure it's unlocked.
Can I open the door?
There's a bar over the top above that as well.
Can I lift the bar?
Yeah, you slide the bar across. It's fine. I'm not gonna make you roll for
Okay.
that.
Okay.
Okay.
I was worried.
Athletics check for that as well.
I just wanted to mess with you. It's fine. Yeah, you
Okay.
slide the bar over. The door's unlocked. There you go.
I open the door.
Okay. As you open the door, Faith and Tori are currently stood in front of it, discussing where you've gone and if they should go off or stay there.
Chloe is rampant in the house. I need your help. And I turn around and go in the house.
Zalil, why are you in the house?
I'm in the house. I don't hear it. Or I pretend I don't hear it.
Okay. Are you following him in?
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna poke my head through the door and just go, what are you doing in there? Get out here.
As you look in, you do notice the same state that that Zulil and Clue found it in. It is not the warm, welcoming interior you were just in. It is dusty and dark, there is no light, and hardly any furniture.
The owner of this house is offering to help us, and you're sneaking in and nosing around? Get the hell out of here.
Chloe climbed over the wall. I followed her. And I couldn't get back over the wall. It's a long story. It's a difficult wall.
You
Don't
couldn't get
worry
back
about
over
it.
the wall.
Do not worry
I-
about it. It's a difficult wall. Very
It's
high.
a difficult wall. It's a wall.
It's hard to climb.
What is this wall covered in spikes? Is it
Yes.
greased?
Yes.
I'm gonna need to see this wall because that sounds like a lot of like.
It also has magical protection on it. You don't want to hear about it. You can enter, but you can't leave.
Okay, but this is someone's home. This person has been reasonably nice to us. You should probably leave.
I've been trying to do that. Chloe's been wanting to run around and look at things.
Go and get her then.
I've been trying. She does not listen to me.
I can't even. Like, I've been gone for like what, an hour? Think. Okay, right,
Probably
and then
an
I'll go.
hour and a half.
And then I'll go stomping into the house.
Okay.
Clue.
With every stomp, you
I'm
kick
gonna
up
follow
dust
Faith in.
into the air. Okay, you're following it.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah, seriously,
site.
guys, can we not piss this lady off? Like, she's trying to help us, and if you fuck this up,
How exactly is she trying to help us? Because as far as I'm concerned, she's not fucking here. And we're in some weird dead house that no one seemed to have lived in for fucking centuries.
Yeah, she's
probably because the
magical.
house is probably warded.
Okay.
I wonder why. Okay, so
Okay, but who the fuck wards their house if they don't have anything to hide?
from
Well,
what
she
she was
probably
telling us,
does.
she doesn't necessarily have something to hide so much as she has a lot of enemies. So maybe we don't want to be on that list.
agreed.
Fair enough. We shall get Clue then and leave. Like I've been meaning to, ever since we got over this goddamn wall.
You didn't get over the wall.
I had to get
I
back
don't
here
think he's
somewhere,
still gotten over the
somehow.
wall. Apparently the wall is consuming his every thought. I have no idea how long it's going to take him to get over it.
Oh, you don't even know. You don't know how much this wall is pissing me off.
I'm thinking
Clue.
about the Spider-Man villain.
The wall. Well,
Yes,
if he was
the-
Spider-Man, he could just climb over it.
No,
No,
it's
he'd
the
probably
wall.
he'd roll one. He'd roll one. as Spider-Man.
Probably.
Clue! I found something shiny over here.
Nah. No response.
Nah.
No.
Well, it's like Clue's not even the same person anymore.
Wow.
Clue? Clue, come on, we need to get going. What are you doing?
I'm trying to find something.
What are you trying to find, Clue?
Anything.
Anything?
I just want to stay in here.
Well, we can come back here later.
Shiny person. This place is. It looks and smells like home. I want to stay here.
You can't stay here forever, but we can come back here.
Mm. Agreed.
We can ask the nice lady that owns the place if she minds you staying here while we're in town.
Okay. Is the lady nice?
She's pretty nice. She's offered to help us.
That sounds good.
Okay, let's go. We need to help Zalil find this person he's been asked to track. Let's leave here. We'll come back later.
I have
Yes,
something funny to tell you.
What happened? What do you want to tell me?
So, there's this wall
Oh, God.
Okay.
in the backyard.
Yeah.
Can I just like hold Clue's mouth shut so she doesn't say anything?
Why don't we leave the house and then you can show us the wall?
No, please don't. And I look at Clue, just kind of pleading.
Who's traumatized by the wall? Oh no.
Backyard is a very pretty place, yes.
Okay. So Fane's gonna leave the house and hopefully everyone follows.
I grab your hand
Aw.
and follow.
I follow Clue.
Oh. Okay, so
Yeah,
So
I'm
we
desperate to get
leave-
out of here before I piss off the crazy strong lady.
Clue?
yeah.
You know
Clue-
how I
Clue
said
she was-
before? You know how I said before that this person might be a bit strong. Tori might have just confirmed that. So I'm not crazy, you are.
Zalil?
I fucking called it!
What?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay. Clue, come on. Clue, why don't you show me this wall that caused Zalil so much trouble?
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Okay. So I'm gonna follow Clue as she presumably guides us to the wall.
Okay, are you
I'll follow.
I'm holding her
are
hand
you
the whole
closing
time,
the
but-
door after you, or are you just leaving it?
Well, I'm not the last one out. So...
I will close it on the way out very,
Okay.
very gently.
Alright.
And whisper, I'm so sorry, and then run.
Run. Okay. So, Clue, you leading them round to this wall at the back?
Yes, I'm still not sure why. but yes.
You head on round back behind the house and find this sort of hailstone wall. Maybe some marble brick or something like that. It's about 7 foot tall. Kind of encircles the entire thing. Actually, when you're inside fighting in her sort of back garden, you saw it from the inside. From, you know, the actual inside of the house, the decorated version. And it's the same wall, albeit less taken care of, sort of weathered.
Can I try and jump on the wall?
On the wall.
Yeah, I want to land on the wall.
Give me an acrobatics check.
Uh, Damn, I got 11.
Nah, you can't really jump high enough, so you try and get a running start and hop up, but you just can't quite get your grip up to it to get up on this wall.
See, the wall is evil.
So I just wanted to get up there and laugh at Tommy.
Yeah, it would have been funny, but
The wall is evil. Do not trust the walls.
I'm actually this because we made such a big deal of this. I'm gonna do divine sense on the wall.
Okay,
I want to
what does
see if the
that
wall.
do?
I want to see if the wall is good or evil.
What does divine sense do? Where is it?
As an action, you can detect good and evil. I can sense anything affected by hallowed. No location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 foot. But basically, I can detect if the wall is good or evil.
The only thing you sense within 60 foot is Clue.
I'm gonna look at Zillow and go, yeah, I'm really feeling the evil wall.
See? I'm not crazy. This wall is just.
Yeah,
It's bad luck.
and I'll
And
look at
I punched
Sorry?
the wall.
You
and
punch
just
the
roll
wall.
my eyes.
Yes.
Give me a strength check.
He's gonna break his fist.
11.
You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
God damn it.
I'm just gonna start walking away from the wall.
Yeah,
'cause this is
yeah, or just like,
ridiculous. I
Zillow?
think Faith will probably with me.
Maybe we should leave your nemesis behind. Although, if you can't handle a wall, I don't know how we're gonna handle this Blackbriar.
No, I'll be fine. It's just inanimate objects that give me problems. I'll be back
Okay,
for
so
you, though.
people fine, but swords you've got a problem with?
Yes.
Right.
I'll be back for this wall.
Oh, I
I
bet you
will.
Probably
I
shouldn't
will,
be.
I will make sure this wall does not exist by the time I'm gone.
I'm sure that the owner of the house will absolutely adore that. Let's
I do not
Tommy's gonna die
care.
to this wall.
This wall is evil.
let's just walk away from the wall before he hears you and gets upset and falls on you or something.
Then the wall comes alive
Yes.
and attacks you.
Yes,
Rocks
yes.
fall and Tommy
That's a good
dies.
plan. It might hear us.
Turns into a wall man.
Why don't you take us to wherever the hell it is we're supposed to be investigating this Blackbriar?
Yeah.
person?
Yeah, we should probably do that. Sounds like a good idea. We need to go to the south side of the town.
Lead the way. I mean, yeah, you're the group's unofficial scout, so by all means, lead
Yes.
the way.
Okay, well,
Surely
Okay, we
nothing could
can
go
avoid
wrong.
any
with
wall
you
walls.
guys leaving this mansion, having
Monstrous.
not quite
wall.
overcome a wall, but overcoming a couple of doors to get out, and convincing Clue to leave. That's where we're gonna leave it for tonight. Because
My
we've been
God.
going for like almost 3 hours and it's midnight. After midnight.
Jeez.
So thank y'all for coming, even if you're late,
Oh,
Tommy.
thank you, Sherry.
Getting McDonald's.
I think The wall is just karma. I think that's what it is.
Maybe.
That's so true. The wall is McDonald's. It's owned
I
by
failed
McDonald's.
climbing the wall
It is owned
4
by Ronald
times.
McDonald's.
4 times.
You know what you need to
I
cheer
feel-
you up after that? A Happy Meal.
It's 1 a.m. The Macca's is closed, so I can't do that.
Yeah, I was
sounds
supposed
like a
to
you
stream
problem.
now, but it's quite late.
Yeah.
You don't have to
No.
stream if you don't want
You can
to.
stream tomorrow.
Well,
It's
it is
1 a.m.
technically tomorrow.
Okay, well,
For that long.
not in the middle of the night tomorrow.
I can't play tomorrow though. Just so you know.
No.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Regardless,
sorry.
thank you all for coming.
What about
and
today night?
Thank you all, chat,
Thank you,
for coming.
Sherry. It was fun.
We're going to end this here. We'll see y'all hopefully next week to continue this and maybe track down this Blackhand Briar and maybe get an
And
invitation.
it's
to a
Friday
ball.
next week, right?
Should be,
Yeah.
I think.
Next week, Friday is the 14th, I believe.
I do have that appointment, but I should be back on time.
Okay.
So yeah, we should be back.
Just stop at
Next
Macca's on the
Friday.
way home.
So we'll see y'all next time. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.